Hi friends, welcome to SriSai IT Hub. In this video of Core Java Programming, we are going to discuss the following topic: HashSet class with generic collections in Java Collections Framework. So first of all, we'll understand what is collection framework in Java. So coming to Java collections, it means collection of objects or group of objects as a single unit or single object in Java program. Then what is framework? So framework means it is a library which is provided by Java to work with Java collection of objects. And this library is available to us in the form of java.util package. So in collections framework, we have collection interface, which is a top level or base interface for different classes and interfaces which are available in Java collections framework. So under this collection interface, we have four popular collections. First one, list collection. Second one, set collection. Third one, queue collection. So these three are inherited from collection interface. Fourth one, map collection. So map interface, it is not inherited from collection interface, but still it is part of Java collections framework. Now coming to some technical points, Java collections is only for objects but not primitive data types. So if we store any primitive data type, internally it will be stored in the form of its corresponding object. So in collections, every data is stored as object itself. To be more precise, it will be stored as object class object format, where object class is a superclass for all the classes in Java programming. So now coming to the concept of HashSet class with generic collections. So HashSet class is available in java.util package. So HashSet class is inherited from set interface, which in turn is inherited from collection interface, which in turn is inherited from iterable interface. So HashSet is also clonable and serializable, means we can use clone method to create a duplicate HashSet, and HashSet object can participate in serialization and deserialization process. So if we see the description of the HashSet class, it goes like this. So java p -p java.util.hashset. So HashSet. So HashSet, it is inherited from set interface, clonable, and and serializable. Right. So now coming to some technical points related to the HashSet class. So HashSet class is a collection of objects representing the data in the form of mathematical set. For example, object 1, object 2, object 3, so on. So its initial default capacity is 16. Its initial default load factor is 0.75, which is 3/4. So using this load factor, we can have the capacity of a HashSet. For example, initial capacity is 16. So 16 into 3/4 is equals to 12. So when we add 12th object, automatically the capacity will become double. So 16 plus 16, which is 32. In HashSet, we don't have indexes to the collection of objects. It does not accept duplicate objects. Order of objects is not preserved in HashSet, and HashSet accepts only one null value because we cannot have a duplicate null. Now coming to the constructors and methods. So see the description of the class java p -p java.util.hashset. So we are going to use this default constructor with initial capacity of 16 and load factor 3/4 to demonstrate generic collections, and then using add method add e. So e indicates here it's a generic parameter. So it specifies which type of objects need to be stored in the HashSet. So add of E, and then we are going to access all the objects of HashSet collection using Iterator Cursor, iterator method whose return type is Iterator Cursor E. So here also E indicates generic data type or parameterized data type to the iterator cursor, which is supposed to be used on HashSet. So now coming to the concept of, if we see iterator cursor, okay, so iterator cursor is available in java.util package. So using this cursor we can access all the objects of HashSet collection linearly from first to last with its methods hasNext and next. So hasNext checks for the existence of the next element in a HashSet. If it is available, we are going to access that element using next method whose return type is generic object. Right. So now coming to generic collections. So generic collections for HashSet. So first of all, generics concept is introduced in JDK 1.5 for collections. So using this concept, we can store collection of objects with respect to specific data types. Internally, it will be stored in corresponding objects. So it is done with the help of generic data type or parameterized data types. So while creating the object of any collection class, we specify which type of data need to be stored in the collection using generic parameter with a diamond operator. So by default, all collection classes and interfaces which are available in Java collections framework are generic compatible. Right. So now HashSet class with generic data type or generic parameter. So public class HashSet E. So when we create the object, it goes like this: HashSet integer parameter in diamond operator, HS is equals to new HashSet integer parameter in diamond parameter. So when we are adding elements into the HashSet 10, it will check for integer and store. 20, it will check for integer and store. And then if you are adding something like Java, it will check for integer. So it is rejected, you will get an error. So when we are trying to access this using iterator cursor next method, so no need to do downcasting, directly we can store that in an integer variable X and use it in the program. So the main advantage of generic collections is checked collections, which is checking the specific data type and storing that in the collection, and Typesafe collection, no need to perform downcasting. And whenever we are storing and accessing the objects in a generic collection, auto boxing and auto unboxing is done automatically by JVM. So now let us try to demonstrate this with a small program. HashSet class example 6.java. So take a new page. First write the comments. Program to demo HashSet class with generic collections. So import java.util package. Take the main class with main method. So create the object of HashSet class by passing a data type or parameter, generic parameter, integer in diamond operator. So HS is equals to new HashSet integer. So this HashSet will accept only integers into the collection. For example, hs.add 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Right. So here JVM will check and stores. It will checks and stores it into the collection. And when we try to add something like Java, which is string, will get an error. Right. So let us execute till here. Okay, so save this, come to the command prompt. So compile the program. HashSet class example 6.java. Right, so incompatible types, string cannot be converted to integer because we are storing only integers in HashSet collection, which is generic collection. Right, so put a comment for this. Now it is accepted. Recompile, no error, and when we run it, it will print HashSet collection objects which are 50, 20, 40, 10, 30. So order is not preserved in HashSet collection. Next, let us try to access the elements of a HashSet using Iterator Cursor. Right, so it is done like this. On HashSet, we are calling iterator method whose return type is Iterator Cursor. So Iterator Cursor is also a generic cursor for which we are passing a parameter integer in diamond operator. So this Iterator Cursor can read only integer data. Right. So II is the cursor reference variable. ii.hashNext, check for the existence of next element in a HashSet collection. If it is available, access that element using next method and store that in X and print X. So save this, come to the command prompt, recompile and run. So 50, 20, 40, 10, 30. So here no need to perform any type conversion for accessing the elements from a HashSet collection using Iterator Cursor because we are specifying that as a generic cursor using generic parameter integer for Iterator Cursor. So this is how we are supposed to work with HashSet class with generic collections in Java collections framework. Thank you for watching this video. Do like, comment and share this video and also subscribe to the YouTube channel Sri Sai IT Hub. Have a nice day.